Yo, shout out to the Most High. It's always eyes when on Lord say this. LD's also known Lawrence One for another episode. I Need to Know with my special guest, Ricco the Great, man. What you been up to, man?
Man, I've been good, man. Just doing a couple of comedy shows, man. Just moving around.
Okay, man. Before we start, man, I like to ask all my guests this because it's real important, man. Where did you get your name from?
Man, rest in peace to my partner, man, from Sacramento, Snake. He started calling me Ricco the Great before I ever did comedy. We was in the streets, and he was just like, man, your name Ricco the Great, man. And I was like, what you mean, Ricco the Great? He said, you got great game. So I'm going to start calling you Ricco the Great. So before I knew it, people started calling me that, and I just went by it, man.
Gotcha.
You know, before I ever even told a joke, I was Ricco the Great.
Gotcha. So you kept that for your stage name?
Nah, what it was, I never even thought I was going to ever do no comedy, man. I was one of them niggas that was funny at school, funny all the time with everybody, but just scared to get on stage. And I used to go to this comedy spot, and my partner, rest in peace, Meal Ticket, man, big dude. My big dude used to be like, man, you funny as hell. You need to get on stage. Like, man, I ain't doing no comedy, bro. I'm cool. I don't fuck with that shit. That shit whack. And he was like, man, you going to get on stage one day. And then one day he just called me on stage. Come on the stage, Ricco the Great. And I was like, what the fuck? And I went on stage and I made the people laugh, and the shit was like heroin, man. It was a drug, bruh. I couldn't stop.
What you mean? You put people to sleep?
Nah,
No, I'm just fucking.
Nah, it was like the people laughed.
Yeah.
And I ain't even know how to structure a joke, put a joke together, none of that shit. And just to see people laughing, like, then they really laughing. And then the next week, hella people came back, and they was like, we came to see Ricco the Great. And I'm like, whoa, this shit really hitting.
Now, what year is this?
This is like 2013, 2012.
Okay, so roughly
I've been doing about 14 years,
okay.
about 12 years. I've been doing comedy about that long. And I never wrote a joke a day in my life.
Okay.
I never sat down and like, I'm going to write this joke out. All my jokes been spontaneous, but I stayed on stage so much, going to different spots, that the jokes I was telling, all I was doing is building them up to be bigger jokes.
Gotcha. So you was adding on to what you already had.
Every time you hear it, it's going to be different.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know?
For sure, man. So tell everybody where you from, man.
I'm from Berkeley, California, man. I was born in Sacramento, but I was raised in Berkeley, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
And you went to B-High?
B-High, went to all the elementary schools. Berkeley High, graduated 91, played basketball, you know.
I heard you was raw.
I ain't no herd. I was raw.
Man, talk about that a little bit.
Now, I grew up from like 5th grade playing with Jay Kidd and all them. You know, I was the only dude from Berkeley that played on Green Machine back in the days with Joshua Richardson, Eric Fortenberry, you know, all Brian Turner, all them dudes, you know. We all played against each other growing up, man. I remember playing against St. Pascal's and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, that's where Jake Kidd and them.
Yeah, 5th grade, beating them in the 5th grade, man. They had an undefeated team. We beat them in the 5th grade right here at Yap in Berkeley.
Yeah, Grove Street Park.
Grove Street Park, yeah. So, you know, I played basketball. That was my thing, man. Can't nobody, you know, anybody that know me know I was nasty with that ball.
So this is what I want to know.
What?
Ricco, you crazy to the
What's
world.
that?
You know what I'm saying? So how far did you go with that?
I went to Puerto Rico. I played in Puerto Rico for a minute. I came back, and I was doing my thing, man, and I ended up getting into a bad car accident.
Huh.
I got hit by a diesel when I was 21. My car spun out of control on the freeway. Diesel hit me on my driver's side, broke my leg in half, cracked my collarbone, smashed my face in, almost died in 95. So the basketball dream was gone after that, man.
Huh.
Yeah.
Damn. Were you back now?
Oh, yeah, I'm 100% back, man.
Now, did that lead to an aneurysm or something like that?
Well, you know, down the line, I went through I got in the game and got to messing around with the women and, you know, running the streets and, you know, doing the drugs and, you know, popping the pills and, you know, running with the Mac Dre's. That was my partner, rest in peace. You know, just got into the street life, you know, something that I really wasn't me, you know, but I got into it. It was all I had to grasp to, you know what I'm saying? So in the midst of all that, I stopped drinking. About 2000, I stopped doing everything. I was on the powder, the pills, And one day I just got on my knees and prayed to God, man, like to give me the power to stop doing this shit, man. I threw the powder in the toilet, flushed the toilet, and I ain't looked back since.
Gotcha. That's dope because I'm coming up on my 6 years of sobriety myself. You know what I'm saying?
I'm 25 in the bump right now, man, with the shit, man. So
for all the listeners, why don't you talk about some of the things that you had to restructure your life with sobriety? Because some people think that it's just boom.
Well, I ain't gonna even lie, man. I can't give nothing but the glory to God because I was still around dudes doing the same stuff. I'm in the club, people drinking, people doing all kinds of stuff. But I just, my spirit changed when God took the taste out of my mouth. I can't tell you how my strength was able to be around people still doing the stuff and not be influenced by it because they would ask me, like, hey, man, you don't want to hit that? I'd be like, I'm good, bruh. I don't want no more of that shit. I'm good. So people used to think like, damn, he'll be back. I never look back, man. I mean, it wasn't about, like I said, man, I can't get nothing but the power of God, man. That's it. That's anything that's been beautiful in my life, I give all blessings to the Most High, man, because I've been through some stuff. And like I said, I made it through that, and then I ended up with thyroid disease.
Okay.
And through thyroid disease.
What exactly is thyroid
disease? Well, your thyroid
disease?
is the main thing in your body that runs your whole body, basically. So I ended up with a thyroid disease, didn't even know it at the time, and I wasn't taking care of it. And I ended up with a thyroid storm, almost died. A thyroid storm is when your body goes into full effect, everything moves. Your heart, your blood pressure, everything goes up. You can have a heart attack, you can die, all kind of stuff. So I went through that. And through that, they ended up giving me Coumadin to thin my blood out because they didn't want me to have blood clots.
Yeah.
So the Coumadin one day, this happened 11 years, Christmas Day. I ended up with a headache. And I was like, man, it's Christmas Day, everybody at my grandmother's house. And I tell my auntie, I said, man, take me to the hospital, man, my head hurt. She was like, your head hurt? I was like, yeah, man, take me to the hospital. My head is killing me. So her and my daughter take me to the hospital. I get to the hospital. As soon as I get out the car, I walked to the door, and the lady was like, what's wrong? I was like, I got the worst headache I had in my life. Boom, I fell out. I woke up like 4 or 5 days later with staples in my head, And I was just like, man, all glory to God that I'm still here, man. They told my mom I wasn't going to talk, walk. I wasn't going to remember. I mean, and shit. Within a month, I was out the hospital, man. I was out the hospital, back moving, grooving, back on stage. Like I say, man, I can't give nothing but the glory to God, man. Ain't nothing but God, man. I went to a brain and I had 4 blood clots going to my brain at one time. And
it caused from the thyroid?
It was from the Coumadin for the blood clots. They wasn't watching my numbers, and my numbers went up high, and wasn't nobody really looking at it right. You know what I'm saying? So It caused blood clots in my head. So I had 4 blood clots going to my brain at one time. And I fell out at the hospital. The doctor said if I'd have been 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute late, I would have probably died in the car. You know what I'm saying? Because they wouldn't have known what to do with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just blessed, man. Blessed to make it out of that. And still, in all, I do comedy, man. You know what I'm saying? I do comedy because it eases my pains and woes that I've been through. It's like I found something else to love again.
Yeah.
I love basketball so much growing up that when I lost it, it's like I lost my girl.
For sure.
I lost my favorite lady.
Yeah.
And it took me into depression, man, and to find something that I can love again like that and see other people happy in the end, I can't ask for nothing more.
After you lost basketball, is that what drove you kind of to the streets, like in a subconscious depression?
It just like it drove me to the streets because I was kind of depressed. I was depressed, man. I lost what I loved, and all I knew was the streets. You know what I'm saying? And it's just certain things I knew in the streets that I wasn't gonna get in trouble doing. So I went to the streets on some other shit. I wasn't about to sell no drugs and nothing like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't into that. I felt like if I didn't sell dope young, why would I do it older? I'm stupid.
Yeah.
So I tried it, but it just wasn't it ain't my cup of tea, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm more of a nigga with the mouth and I like to talk and finesse, man.
Gotcha.
Not be sneaky or slimy. It's a difference.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
But why don't you tell the difference to the people at home, man?
I'm a finesse. I'm gonna talk to you.
Okay.
If you give it to me, that's on you.
Okay.
You feel me?
Kind of like a Mac, so to speak.
It's kind of like that. Money always come crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Is that the acronym?
Yeah, money always come crazy, man. Yeah, man. That's my partner. My partner with me. That's Mac the Fly Guy.
Is that right?
That's Mac the Fly Guy, man.
Anything you want to say to the world?
Nah, that's been my dude, man. Me and my dude been rocking since he was about 10. I was 15, man.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's not my blood, but that's my blood.
Well, you got two families. One you born in, one you swore in.
Yeah, but that's my dog.
Sure.
Me and him ain't never had an argument. We ain't never had no women come between us, no money. Ain't never been no big Q, little me, big Q. None of that. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
It's always been love and 100% with that dude, man. So I'm blessed to have a friend like that.
Now, how was your family structure coming up, like with moms, pops? How was that?
Moms was square, man. My mom worked at Cal, man, for like 30-something years, man. And she worked from like the time I was like 5 till she retired, And she was with my stepfather for 28 years. And, I had a good home life, man. I ain't gonna lie. But when I left mom's house and went to my pops, it was a different living. My daddy was a pimp, my uncle pimp, my auntie was a hoe. You know what I'm saying? My auntie, everybody know my auntie. Shout out to my auntie Hustle Mom. You feel me? That's my auntie Hustle Mom. She used to be married to Kenny Red.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the one that done the underbelly commercial.
Rest in peace.
That's my auntie. That's my blood auntie. That's my daddy's sister.
That's one of my good friends' dad.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. But yeah, that's my dad. That's my dad's sister. So my whole life when I went to go see my father was way different.
Gotcha. Talk about Pops a little bit.
How
was he?
Pops was a fun pimp. One of the pimps that talk shit and made like people laugh, and all the pimps used to come to the house to be around him. You know what I'm saying? Because he was always popping game. He was the fun. I mean, a lot of my vernacular and a lot of my movement I get from my father, man. My father was a cold dude when it came to that game.
Did he have like the Lord Jesus?
Nah, man,
like
nah. He was a saucy California pimp, man.
Okay.
You feel? He wasn't no extra additives to him or none of that. It was just pure pimping, man. It wasn't never. I mean, growing up as a kid, being his son, I couldn't do nothing but be pimping Ricco's son.
Okay.
Anywhere I went.
Oh, so he big Ricco.
Yeah, he big Ricco, man. That's big Ricco. I can't even feel his shoes, man. That man is. I just put the grade on it, man. He was the greatest. You know what I'm saying?
So what kind of stuff did he tell you about life, game, and women? What are some of the things that stuck out to you the most?
Man, I got game young, man. He always told me things young. Like who like you, man, because the one you like might not like you the same way, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't jump on the boat if you don't know how good the water gonna be. You know what I'm saying? I always got some lessons, man. A nice face and kind words never fed a canary bird. You know what I'm saying? It was always some game being popped, at all times. Pops wasn't playing, man.
And I bet you just loved every minute of it.
I loved it because he used to be like, he'd say shit like, man, if you use your twos and not your ones, you can hang out with me. And I'd be like, what you mean? Man, use your twos, use your ears, don't open your mouth.
Yeah.
And you can hang out with me.
Yeah.
And so I'd be with him and up under him while the pimps and shit was talking. And then one of the pimps would be like, oh, man, I forgot Lil Ricco was in here. And he'd be like, I forgot he was in here too.
Yeah.
Give me a wink. And I'd be like, yeah, man, keep my mouth closed. That's how you learn.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I learned a lot of how to move as a man watching my father and them move because they was real men.
Yeah.
I didn't learn how to hate. I wasn't taught that. My instructions out the front yard wasn't learning how to hate. My daddy taught me real man shit as a kid. You feel what I'm saying? Because he said, you a man child, you ain't no boy.
Yeah.
So he installed a lot of shit in me. So when I went back to Berkeley and all my partners was doing what they doing, I never was influenced by none of that. I wasn't influenced by niggas selling dope or none of that because when I went to Sacramento, I seen niggas with birds and, Virgil Farley's, and I grew up with Fillmore Slim as my godfather.
Yeah, I just
know
seen
what
him
I'm saying?
last night.
Yeah, that's my godfather, man. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I grew up around real pimps. I didn't grow up around like the bottom of the barrel pimps. I grew up around these real gangster Browns and, you know, just Kenny Red. And he married my auntie, man. So, I mean, you know, I was around this dude. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I was around all of them, man, and I got a lot of game growing up around them, man. So a lot of my comedy come from real life and just being around that type of shit.
Gotcha.
You know? Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. So, and how was mom? You know, what was your relationship with your mother?
That's my best friend, man. Rest in peace. My mom passed away in July. Like the biggest loss in my life, man. You know what I'm saying? My mom's was my dog. That was my best friend. She was everything, man. She the reason that I love women.
Okay.
You know, because growing up, you know, I seen a lot of trifling shit. You know what I'm saying? With
like
women.
what? Like what? Like
just,
what? Like
know,
what?
Hoes. I'm talking about hoes, man. I seen hoes. I seen hookers. I seen pimping.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I just seen some shit. You know what I'm saying? So to see my mother be 100% down with one man. I never seen my mother high, drunk, none of that, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My mother stayed home and did puzzles on the weekend. And I'm not putting 2 on the 10. My mother that's who she was.
So what is the origin story of your mom and your dad meeting each other?
They met each other at a club, man. And Pops lied and told her he was 24 when he was 18. You know what I'm saying? And Mom's was 24 at the time. Pops lied and said he was 26. And he met my mother, man, knocked the shit. I'm in that game, man.
Okay.
That game, man. He knocked Moms, you know? And in the process, Pop started to want to pimp, and Moms wasn't with it. So Moms ended up getting with my stepfather, and we ended up moving to Berkeley. I was 4 years old.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So it was never a problem. It was never a problem. And one thing growing up, my mother never disrespected my father in any kind of way, talking bad about him. I never heard no bad shit. It was always love. So I always knew that it was something beautiful with them at all times. So my mom's was a saint, man. My mom's was when you look in the Bible and see a virtuous woman, that's what she was. No gossiping, she taught me how to have a heart.
For sure.
And be forgiveful and be humble and all that. My mom's taught me that.
So this is what I want to know, right? When you have one household that's full of, you know, prostitutes and that type of crowd, right? And then you got mom that's the polar opposite. When it comes to picking women, do you also get kind of conflated on who you should be?
I like women. I like women in all ranges. I don't care if you're a hooker, hoe, tramp, whatever you is. You're not gonna be that with me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not worried about what you did. I'm worried about what you're doing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody come bring me no old furniture you used to sit on. Yeah. 'Cause I'm changing the furniture.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't even about to worry about it.
Are you gonna start with the legs or the sit down part?
Man, come on, man. The sit down part, man. The cushion. It's gonna be a different cushion. Oh, this is comfortable. Yeah, this is different than what I used to have. I ain't gonna serve you the same old medicine. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I ain't worried about when it come to women, I just like a woman.
Yeah.
A woman that's that know how to be nurturing and know how to love and hug and, you know, just be a woman.
Yeah.
I know be tough at times. I like for a woman to tell me what she feeling and all that. Don't hold it in. Tell me. I want to know.
Yeah.
I'm man enough to hear when I'm wrong.
Okay.
But be woman enough to hear when you wrong.
Yeah.
You feel me? So we're gonna do it vice versa. I'm not one of them stuck up men where I don't want to hear that shit, bro. I want to hear it. Mm-hmm. If I care enough, I'm gonna listen to you enough.
So do you consider yourself a man that studies women?
I study what I love.
Okay.
I love women. I study the shit out of them. I ain't gonna lie.
You know what I'm about to say?
I love women.
You know what I'm about to say?
What's that?
Okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So this is what I want to know. Was your mom one of your biggest supporters with your comedy?
Yeah. That's who I told my jokes to all the time.
Did she ever come see you?
Yeah, moms used to, before my mom got sick, moms used to be at my show, at every show, in the front row, laughing like a motherfucker. Me and moms always had that relationship where I made her laugh to get out of trouble. So I always told her jokes. And then my mom had got sick with COPD, and she was on the air machine. I used to go in there and make her laugh to the point where she'd kick me out of the room. Just get out of here. Get out of here. I don't even want to hear that shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'd be having her laughing so hard. But yeah, that. My mom's was one of my biggest supporters. And to sum it up, it's like from going from the streets to doing what I was doing comedy-wise, it made her proud of me. and that's all I ever wanted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Is to make my mother proud. And for her to be able to tell her friends, that's my son.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, she'd see a picture of me on Facebook with somebody she know, and she'd be like, they don't even know you're my son.
Yeah.
She couldn't wait to tell them.
For sure.
But when I was in the streets, they'd be like, what is he doing right now? Oh, he's trying to get it together. He's, you know.
Yeah.
And now I hear on the phone, oh, that's my son. I'm like, wow, listen to moms, you know.
For sure.
Yeah, so moms is very proud of me, man. That was one of my biggest accomplishments, is making her proud and my grandmother.
Gotcha. And real quick, did your pops ever get to see your comedian path?
Nah, my pops got killed when I was 20, man.
Gotcha.
My dad got killed when I was 20. Pops died July 4th. My mom's died July 3rd.
Huh, but years apart.
Years apart. My mom just died July 3rd, 2024. My pops died July 4th, 1993.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I want to know. Like, when you doing your comedy, right? Have you ever been in a movie?
Yeah, I was in a movie called Easy Money. Easy Money, yeah.
Gotcha. So talk about how different it is being a stand-up comic versus being in a movie.
I mean, it's really no difference, man. It's just a matter of knowing your character. That's it.
Yeah.
You're playing a character in a movie, and then on stage, you're being yourself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Some people are characters on stage. I'm not. The way I talk in real life is the way I talk on stage.
Now, this is what I want to know. I'm glad I just started this real quick, right?
What's that?
They always talk about trying to put a black man in a dress. Would you ever wear a dress?
Nah, I'm not gonna do that, man. I'm not putting anybody down that did it, but
Okay.
this just not my flavor. I'm not about to put on no wigs and dresses, and I ain't got to do that to make you laugh.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd rather have to tickle you before I have to put on a dress.
Huh.
I ain't putting on no motherfucking dress. Nah, man. And if you hear me out there, just know you can't come at me with no money for no dress. I'm not going to do it, man.
Now, do comedians be stealing jokes?
All the time. It don't really be a joke. It be the concept of a joke. Like, a person can steal a word from your joke and put it in their joke, and it'll fuck your joke all the way off. You know what I'm saying?
Say that one more time.
You can have a joke, and a person can steal a certain word from your joke and put it in their joke, and now you can't tell that joke no more because they got so much laughs off putting that in their joke.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
They spiked the punch.
Right.
They hiked it up.
What they did was they tucked your main focus. Like, I do a joke where I say, oh, yeah, a person came to my house and turned the light over my stove off.
Yeah.
And then somebody else did the joke and they said, well, this dude came to my house, he turned the light over my stove off.
Yeah.
So now my joke is like, I'm stealing it.
Yeah.
If I say it now. You know what I'm saying? So,
You don't ever blast somebody for trying to...
I don't care about that, man. I don't blast nobody about nothing like that because I got so much, you can't be me.
Yeah.
My jokes is me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't be me. You're not going to be able to say it like I said it because I lived it. If I didn't live it, I seen it, you know?
For sure.
So I don't be worrying about the little shit they do, man. They take jokes, they take concepts. It's like a motherfucker going to the gym shooting threes and really and truly all you know how to do is layups.
Yeah.
Now you're trying to shoot threes because you see me making them, you know? So it's flattery, man. It don't really mean nothing, you know, because a nigga you can't tell it better than I do.
So how do you deal with heckling?
I destroy niggas.
Talk about some heckling where...
ain't no nigga gonna heckle me. I'm about to destroy you. I'm gonna make you feel stupid as fuck. That's where I come from. I'm a Berkeley nigga. I love the cat. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck who you is. We can cap, nigga. You can say what you want to about me. I don't, man.
Have you ever, have somebody ever wanted to scrap with you after the show because the heckling went wrong on his behalf?
Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit.
It didn't happen. You ain't about to run up on me, man. That bullshit, man. Come on. I don't even look like no nigga you gonna run up on with that bullshit, man. And I always keep a goon in the bathroom with me, man.
Yeah.
I keep a goon in the bathroom with me, man.
Is that two different people?
Two different people. A goon in the bathroom. Yeah, you know that buffoon, he don't care.
Yeah, that's
that
right.
goon, he gonna pull you in the bathroom and talk to you.
Okay.
That buffoon gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gonna keep a goon in the bathroom Always.
Yeah.
A calm one, though.
Yeah.
Not one of them off the hook buffoons.
So does it ever start like when you're doing your thing and then you go to the crowd and you might see a young lady and get on her and then the dude get jealous or something like that?
Well, you can do that. I don't really, my comedy don't consist of getting on people. I don't really like that. If I talk about a person, I'm going to say something we can both laugh about.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get on you to just. I've never been a person who caps to make you feel little about you. So I might cap on you, but I'm not trying to destroy you as a person.
Gotcha.
I don't.
You're trying to laugh with him, but not.
I don't have that kind of. I don't have that kind of heart, bro.
Yeah.
Real talk. I don't want to destroy you because I could.
Yeah.
But I don't like that. I don't like the feeling of making somebody feel like that because I grew up with the dudes who everybody thought was square. Them was my partners. My partners was not the niggas who was the tough niggas. I had a couple of partners that I grew up with, like, I'm still cool to this day, been cool with them since kids. But when they went off to do their shit, I didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? So I got partners I played hoop with, partners I rode bikes with and all that. So when we got older, they would get picked on. But I would back them up. Like, I'm a cap on the nigga who think he the fresh nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who think he raw, I'm going to get you. I ain't going to get on this dude who mama can't afford the new shoes and the way you talking about him. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to defend him.
Yeah.
That's always been me. I don't like talking about nobody who ain't got or who less than and all that. I don't do that. I've never been that type of person.
Gotcha. And what about the comedian beef? Is that a big thing too?
I'm not about to beef with no nigga over no jokes.
Yeah.
Nigga, you tell jokes, nigga, you as weird as I am. What the fuck we beefing for? The fuck we beefing for? Nigga, ain't nothing to beef about.
Yeah.
I don't want the bitch you want. I don't want nothing you want, nigga. I just want to get on stage, do my thing.
And then get the bitch.
I'm going, hey, man. The knot going to be there, man. She going to like who she like, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You feel me? She built it like who she going to like, but I'm not there for that. I'm not there to knock your broad or try to get at no women. I'm there to do comedy. I'm there to do what God sent me to do, serve this medicine.
Gotcha.
And that's what I do. I serve this medicine. Once I serve this medicine and people are happy and laughing, that's where I get off at. On stage, I got an ego. When I get off stage, I'm the most humblest dude on earth.
So didn't you have a show last night or on Tuesday? Talk about that a little bit.
Destroyed it. Yeah, I destroyed it. I don't give a fuck. Who was ever there, they gonna tell you. That nigga destroyed it. Yeah, every time. Ain't no time I'm not getting on stage and destroying it.
Have you ever got booed?
Never. For what? What am I get booed for? How a nigga gonna boo me being me? So a nigga gonna boo me on the street? Nigga ain't never boo me on the street. So how a nigga gonna boo me on stage? And I've been me the whole time. Nigga can't boo me. What you gonna boo me for, nigga? You booing yourself, nigga.
What is the hardest part of your career?
Just getting noticed, man, and getting on the right stages, and people opening up the doors for a nigga to get on those right stages. You know, a lot of times when you funny, it's hard to get in because nobody wants to deal with that. Nobody wants to deal with competition. You know what I'm saying? So why would I want to put another funny nigga on when I'm still trying to be funny? You feel me? You done had your ride. Let me in, man.
Yeah.
Let me get some of this gravy, man. You know, but it just goes, man. It's a lot of hate, man. It's a lot of hate in this game. You know, and you get it from the people that you closest to. And me, my ego ain't big enough to check a nigga about no comedy shit.
Yeah.
You know, my ego ain't that big. Your ego got to be big to want to check every nigga that say something about you. So I'm 52, bro, and my ego is so small when it comes to that type of shit. As long as you ain't talking about killing me or hurting somebody I love, I don't care about no nigga saying, I'm a punk. Oh, he a punk. He this, he that. Man, nigga, my grandpa didn't have to go through that type of shit, man. And he wore the same clothes every day like a cartoon. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't nobody worried about his work fit, man, none of that shit. These niggas ain't shaped the right way to like me, man. For real.
So is the Bay Area comedy circuit unified or is it separated?
It's unified to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? It's unified with niggas in front of each other. It's some unity then. You know, it's some real love between brothers, man. It's some brothers I can shout out that I love. I love all the Bay Area comics, even my Sacramento comics. I love everybody. I don't have no problem with near person doing comedy. That's female or male. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't put myself in them positions to have funk with nobody because I don't be in nobody's business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My circle's small, so I don't bring a lot of people around me. I know a lot of people, but I don't fuck with everybody. If I ain't comfortable with being around you, I ain't gonna be around you. You know, I don't care what you got.
So now that the game has changed, you know what I'm saying, where it's a lot of internet comedians and stuff like that, and that's where a lot of the game is coming from now, right? Who's your favorite internet comedian, and how do you feel about internet comedians?
I like Desi Banks. I like, Country Wayne. I don't have anything against any man getting money. You feel me? And it's not taken from the art, because if you're a comedian on stage, you're going to blast them out the water because they ain't comedians. They're good actors, but they're not comics. A comedian goes on stage and does comedy, tells jokes, and has stories. You feel what I'm saying? I've done shows with DC Young Fly. They get by on being who they are. You feel me? For instance, if you see me enough on the internet, you're going to come see me on the stage, and if I'm not funny, you're not going to trip. You'll laugh at anything I do. You know what I'm saying? If I go, oh, you're a big head boy, you're going to laugh at that because that's what you used to seeing me do.
Yeah.
It's harder for a person like me who ain't got no props. I ain't got no funny things on. I ain't wearing nothing funny. I'm just going up there being me.
Yeah.
So it's hard. It's hard. I ain't gonna even lie. It's hard as fuck.
Where's your biggest fan base outside the Bay?
Shit. Sac.
Okay.
L.A. I got a lot of people in L.A. that love me. Bakersfield. Just different little spots in California.
And what's the furthest you ever been booked?
New York. I did the Apollo.
How was that?
Oh, that was good, man. I did the Apollo Comedy Club, and they have Apollo Comedy Club. I did that. Sold out show, headlined it, then went to Jersey and headlined the show. Killed it. I'm not playing, man. I mean, it's like God has put me in position to be in different places in this comedy game, and I've seen people that I never thought I'd see in my life through comedy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, one instance, I had a show, this dude, Kirk McHenry, give him a shout out, one of my OG partners from out here, Oakland. Him and Rick Sullivan, give Rick Sullivan a shout out, used to do the End Zone back in the day.
Yeah.
He was End Zone. He was like back when Cat Williams was Cat in the Hat and all that type of shit, So these dudes go way back. And he called, I did comedy in front of Paul Mooney. And Paul Mooney said I was funny. That tripped me out. That was big to me. But I always wanted to do comedy in front of Bob Sumner. Bob Sumner is the dude who did Def Comedy Jam. And I tell people this story because God.
Now, what is his position in Def Comedy Jam?
He's the producer of Def Comedy Jam.
Producer.
He's the one who brought on all the talent.
Gotcha.
He gave everybody their chance. Martin, everybody. Chris Tucker, everybody. He's seen everybody do comedy. So I did comedy in front of Paul Mooney. That was one dream I wanted. And he loved me. So I said, I want to get in front of this Bob Sumner, man. I want him to tell me if I sound like anybody or is my jokes cool. I got these nerves, you know what I'm saying? So I'm seeing all my friends getting a chance to do stuff in front of them, but nothing is happening for them. So I'm like, damn, when I go see him, I'm going to have to go to L.A. I'm going to have to go to, somewhere big. It's going to be somewhere big when I finally get a chance to see this dude. To rewind the story, my dude, Kirk McHenry, hit me, and he said, hey, Rick, I want you to do this show for me. I said, where? He said, Antioch. I'm like, damn, Antioch. I don't feel like going to Antioch. He like, man, it's $400. I'm like, shit, I'm going to go do it.
Yeah.
And then I thought about it. I said, I'm making excuses, but my spirit is telling me, go do this show. I'm like, fuck, man, I don't want to go do this shit. My partner called me out the blue. Tristan Johnson, another comedian out of Sac. He calls me, he says, hey, man, I heard you got a show with Kirk McHenry. I said, yeah, my car fucking up, man. He like, I'll take you. And I'm like, damn, this This nigga gonna take me? All right, fuck it, I'll go. So I get there, and it's this little hole in the wall soul food place in Antioch. And when I get in, he go, hey man, you the headliner, you doing 30 minutes clean. I ain't never did no clean comedy. All these church people in there, I'm like, oh man, what the fuck? So I went in there, I went up last, I did my 30 minutes, I killed it. Maybe about 6, 7 months later, I get a call from Rick Sullivan. He like, hey man, they doing this thing, and Bob Sumner's gonna be doing it. And I'm gonna call you and tell you where it's gonna be. So I'm thinking like, we're gonna be at the Paramount, we're gonna be here, we're gonna be whoop. I'm thinking like, oh, I gotta get ready, I gotta go buy me a fit, whoop, I gotta do this. And that man called me and said, hey man, I'm sending you the address. Send me the address, and I get to the place. Why is it the same soul food place that I did the clean show at?
Yeah.
I ended up seeing Bob Sumner there. I did 10 minutes of comedy. After my comedy, he came and grabbed me and said, I'm taking you to New York. And that's how I ended up at the Apollo.
Do you still have a good relationship with him?
Yeah, I still talk to him to this day.
For sure.
For sure. And it flipped me out because he left a quote under my picture saying that I was one of the funniest dudes he had seen since the 90s. You know what I'm saying? And he was saying it wasn't just my comedy, it was my story. You know, what I've been through to make it to where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's crazy, man. Like I said, man, I give all glory to God, man. I don't take no credit for nothing, man. I'm just a shell with a good spirit, man, and God is guiding me, man.
And who are some of your favorite comedians that you looked up to, like, that you kind of like thought about patterning yourself or whatever?
Richard Pryor, Red Fox. Of course, Red Fox. I sound like the nigga. Bernie Mac, Robin Harris, them type of dudes, man.
Gotcha.
Them is my go-to dudes. And a couple white comedians I like out there that I like. You know, Chevy Chase and, you know what I'm saying? I liked Rodney Dangerfield. I liked a lot of them dudes, man, you know.
What about ladies?
Lady comics, yeah, it's a lot of them. Actress-wise, I like Monique. I like what's her name? Some more. You know, Cheryl Underwood. There's a lot of them I like. Luenell.
Yeah.
Luenell like an auntie to me, so I like Luenell. Shout out to Shay Sugar. Shout out to Regina Givens. Shout out to all the lady comics, man. They all do their thing. My girl Shanice, my girl Cookie Williams. They all come across. They all. I see them grow. To see somebody grow is the best thing, man.
You know, Cookie, that's my partner.
That's my dog, man.
You know what? It's funny, though, because I was working with her at Tesla.
Uh-huh.
And then she was walking around the parking lot, you know, cute, chubby chick. You know, she was walking around the parking lot, and she says, Lawrence, I've been working out. I said, yeah, I see you look 2 weeks younger.
Yeah, that's my girl, man.
She
Shout out
is a
to Cookie,
sweetheart,
man.
yeah, for sure. Hey, so I like to ask my rappers this question, but I'm going to flip it on you, right? I like to ask all my rappers, you know, what album they wish they was on. So I'm going to ask you this. What comedy do you wish that you was in?
What comedy album?
No. What comedy movie do you wish that you could have been in?
Man. Harlem Nights. Which Way Is Up? I'd have loved to have been in Which Way Is Up.
That's a classic right there.
Oh, man. There come a Car Wash. I love that type. I'm an old school. The Superfly for real, man. I would love to have been a Superfly.
So I got to ask you this question. What's the funniest? Rank these movies out of the funniest. House Party, Coming to America, and Friday.
Damn. I got to go and Coming to America first because that was some shit right there. That was a lot of characters in that movie. And then you said House Party and
Friday.
I got to go Friday, man. And then House Party. House Party was cool. You know, it was cool when the nigga was young.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The dancing, the little nigga wanted to go to a party like that. He wanted to show his little moves and shit. You know, that's back when you can get some pussy off a dance move, you know? Remember them days when nigga do? That nigga got pussy. Any nigga knew how to do that got pussy, man. Bitch would follow that nigga home. Nigga knew how to do the snake and the worm. He was in there, Like I told the nigga the other night, I said, your mama got knocked off this move.
And what is the 3 funniest Eddie Murphy movies?
Damn. I like Norbit. I ain't gonna lie, I like the fuck out of Norbit.
So look, so I got an 11-year-old son, right? So my son is really, he's a 10-year-old, 11-year-old, and he's really square. So after the movies I watch with him, I like to quiz him on the movie.
Right.
So after we watched Norbit, I said, so what you think about the bitch? And he said, which one?
Oh, man.
For sure. So look, we like to talk about hot topics and shit like that, right? So one of the hot topics that I wanted to discuss is how you felt about the Cat Williams and the Shannon Sharp interview.
We just aired motherfuckers out. You know, you just check the groceries, man. That's all.
Check the groceries.
Check the groceries, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything he said came to light, man. You know what I mean? Shit, you can't get mad at a man for telling the truth. And if it was some lies behind what he said, why hasn't anyone in his family or anyone of his people came in here and said he was lying? So if he did that shit, hey, man, hey, more glory to you, Cat. You know what I'm saying? I like Cat.
Yeah.
I like Cat Williams. You know, but I just feel like as man, we shouldn't sit in front of a camera and tell on other men. You know what I'm saying? If you got a problem with a man, come holler at him.
Yeah.
You feel me? Don't air me out on no camera. Tell, well, you did this. I mean, come on, man. Holler at me, man.
Yeah.
I'm not into that. I'm not into putting nobody in a position where they're embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? He embarrassed a lot of people, but he exposed people who embarrassed even more people. You know what I'm saying? So what you plant in the earth is what you get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So these people have planted all this stuff, and now they got to eat from that. You know, Puffy planted all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So now he's eating from the shit he planted.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, that's like a person sell drugs all their life, and eventually you go to the pen. You planted that.
Yeah.
That's part of planting them type of seeds. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you plant in the earth is what you get out the earth. You know what I'm saying? So he treating people bad, you know, kicking on women, doing all that. That shit gonna come back on you. That's what you planting. That's what you telling the universe. So when the universe comes back on your side and your time to experience that, it's gonna be some fucked up experience.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening to him, from Bill Cosby to all of them.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? The things they did, the experience is coming back on them now.
Well, I gotta ask you a question. So you don't think that Bill Cosby and Puffy, they're in that situation primarily because they wanted to buy big corporations or
I'm gonna tell you like
over
this.
money?
They've been doing this shit before. Bill Cosby was giving women pills before black and white pictures was good. When black and white pictures was out. They been knew this. What they do is build you up to break you down. You feel me? And then when you go against the movement, now they're gonna tear you apart. Same way they did to OJ and everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Puffy wanted to sue them people for that alcohol.
Yeah.
Hold on, man. We've been letting you get women drunk, put baby oil on them. You've been having freak parties. We've been to them with you.
But putting baby oil on women ain't illegal.
But it's illegal when you're putting stuff in the baby oil. Now, if I'm putting some shit and I put baby oil and you like this, I walk in the room, there's a couple of niggas like this with baby oil. I'm leaving. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I mean, everything you plant is what you get, man. You know, R. Kelly was doing shit that niggas was doing in Mustangs and Cougars back when I was young. So, I mean, I ain't nobody say nothing to it until they got tired of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They let you do what they want you to. Like Hugh Hefner, he never ruffled no feathers. So
you don't think that it was a white thing versus a black thing? You think that had anything to do with it why he was safer?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course it's a black thing. You niggas went above your means. Now you trying to sue us?
Yeah.
We made you who you is.
That's right.
You can't do that, man. We gonna blackball you now. Or that we gonna expose you.
You think Puffy is gonna be gone for at least 20 years?
I hope not. I don't know. I ain't never did what he did.
What did he do?
A whole lot of did he? Hell yeah. It's like this, man. If 10 people say you did something, then all 10 of them ain't wrong. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So come on, man. I mean.
And back to the Bill Cosby thing, I just gotta ask you, people been getting high with people.
Okay, Bill Cosby been throwing pills and people drink for years. So all of a sudden now it's a problem. It's a problem because they let you do this stuff so they can expose you later on.
Gotcha.
That's all it is. You know, go ahead, get away out there. Girl, you better not sue Bill. Shut up. Hold it down. How's somebody gonna sue you for something that happened 36 years ago? Some of them women look like men now. It's the truth. Hey, some of them women that came forward, I was like, them is man.
Yeah.
Them ain't no women. No, them can't be women.
Well, shit, they damn near 80 years old now.
Yeah. Bill can't see. Shit, he give his own self a pill.
So what you got coming next?
I just got more shows coming up, Bay Area. I got a room I do out in Sacramento called the Boss Lounge, 1017 Front Street. Very, very nice place, man, owned by some black people. Every Sunday we do comedy there, 8 o'clock.
Okay.
I'm the host. It's a very nice place, man.
What's the address?
1017 Front Street, Old Sacramento.
Gotcha. And are you going to be in any movies coming up?
Yeah, I got a couple of movies coming up. Me and the boy, Hooker Boy, supposed to be doing a movie called Stepdad. And then I got a couple other things in the mix.
Gotcha. And speaking of other comedians, how did you meet Dwight Haskins?
I knew Dwight dad before I knew Dwight. Dwight's dad is a fixture from Berkeley.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And I met him doing comedy out in at a comedy show. I met him at a comedy show in Oakland.
Was it Kimball's?
I think it was Kimball's. And some dudes tried to act like they wanted to get tough. And I had about 5, 6 different dudes with me. And I think Dwight stood up for him, stood up with him, and I didn't even know him. So we started talking, and then come to find out his dad was from Berkeley.
Yeah.
And then I know his mom, and we just became the best of friends. That's a good dude, a good friend of mine, very good friend of mine.
Gotcha. And what is your 5-year plan in this? Like, what do you plan to accomplish?
I plan on doing movies and eventually putting out a couple of DVD, a couple of specials, and just doing some stuff that broaden my horizon in the game. That's it.
For sure. Well, before we get out of here, you know what I'm saying? Tell everybody where they can meet you at.
Hit me on Instagram at Ricco the Great, RICCO DAGREAT. Hit me on everything at Ricco the Great. I'm Ricco the Great, man. You hit me on Google, it's gonna come up Ricco the Great. So yeah, man, it's good, man. Ricco the Great, man. Have
you ever met a motherfucker with your name?
Bet not. I done had niggas say they was the great and all that. Don't matter, man.
Yeah.
We can all be great, man. As long as you prove it,
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, as long as you prove it, man. What you call yourself is what you're going to get out the universe, man. If I call myself a little shitty, then I'm going to be a little shitty, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For sure. I'm LDs for another episode I Need to Know, and as usual, come on, you know what I want.